Before we start this video, I want to remind that you might encounter scenes where my character is just glitching or there's like delays, and unfortunately when I was doing this recording I didn't notice the problems until I did the editing, so I hope to do like a refresh video of this in the near future. So I apologize ahead of time if you notice these things happening in the video. Here I am, giving Redmoon Online a try. So Redmoon was an MMORPG that launched in the early 2000s. Some would say it had launched in 1999 in Korea, of course, as Redmoon is based on a manhwa of the same name by the author Wang Mina, and the game kind of lasted about 5 years in the West before it was shut down, and the fans of the game, the players, took it upon themselves to bring up Redmoon from the grave, and they would call the server Redmoon Classic. But then there would be many other servers such as Redmoon Advanced, and then you got Redmoon 2, which is what I'm playing. This is a server called Redmoon 2. It looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 9 classes. Is it 10? No, it's 9. It's 9 classes. So this first class is Filar. I need to learn the truth. I'm not who I thought I was. Filar, as a regular high school student, is led by his subconscious mind to a destiny and path he does not want. Discovering the truth, he is a prince. As a prince of sickness, must leave Earth and return to where he is born and confront his future. He must embrace the tragic pain of losing his one and only brother, Aslar. Gaining strength of character, and despite his weakness of body, develop a will so iron strong and to be invincible. By turning his strength to creation rather than the destruction, he can only become the savior of sickness, the one and only son. So he has no weapon as well as spirit, so he must be, I guess, somewhat magic. Okay. What about the second class? Aslar. My love, that I've had for so many years, changes into sorrow and stays in my heart. Your brutal words and sorrow that used to be love tears my heart. Why am I crying when you're not? Aslar, kidnapped when he was born, is Philar's brother. Achilles raised as his own son to become the Prince of Sickness. With his past forgotten and his brother Philar thinking him as an enemy, he uses all means possible to kill. Although he realizes his great power from hatred and pride, deep down his inner self craves the warmth and love from the family he once lost. But in finding them, he may find his ultimate destruction. Also has a lot of magic. I wonder if spirit is magic. I'm gonna have to assume spirit is magic. Okay. Next one. Sadad. Oh God, please protect my son. He is losing everything. Please do not neglect him any longer. Born of royal blood, it was by Destino's hand that he lost his parents and became a slave. Sadat, as his name denotes, had nothing but hate until he met Philar. It was through Philar that he discovered what fate held in store for the future of sickness. He found his soul and pledged to be Philar's protector for all time. Dedication to what he believes is right lends tremendous strength of will and purpose, which combined with his swordsmanship makes Sadat formidable. So he uses a sword. So he has strength and power as the highest in terms of stat. Moving on to the fourth class, Destino. My love, Estella, is in the twinkling eye of an eye. Although he was once chief guardian to Philar, as an opportunist, he sided with Achilles when Achilles claimed victory. He desired Sadat's mother, Estella, and blinded by love, blamed her husband for his misfortunes, eventually making their son a slave. But as time passed, he regretted his actions and began a heartfelt quest for the true son. Experience is his biggest asset, making him multi-talented and adaptable. So he uses a sword, a bow, and a gun. His strength and dexterity are the highest. And then there's, I guess, the third would be power and the least would be spirit. Moving on to the fifth character, Jerix. Let's watch the autumn sky with dragonflies fly. I will tell you over and over again that I loved you. So please, do not leave me, Kitara. A delinquent that grew up in the orphanage on Earth. He saved Philar from a certain death, and now his confused fate is tangled with that of the sun. Although he's poor at expressing his innermost feelings, he believes justice is more important than his own life, and this belief drives him onward. So his, I guess, stats, two primary stats of strength and power, and less, I guess less of like dexterity and spirit. But he uses a spear. So this class uses a spear, and I do like spears as a weapon. Moving on to the sixth class, Cannon. Son? It doesn't matter if anyone comes. There was no one there to help us before. We lived through it all on our own. After living under Achilles' tyranny, an uprising occurred that found Cannon leader of Cygnus' rebel army. Harsh living and day-to-day uncertainty gave him a cold and hardened look. But underneath is a warm and firm belief in freedom. Deep down, he longs for the presence of the sun to save Cygnus. So his main stat is strength, but his, I guess dual stats are his dexterity and power. He uses a gun and heavy firearms. Next, our seventh, Luna Reina. No matter how I try to forget, the more I think about my sad love. But what is sadder is your lingering voice. the shades that fade away as time passes by. Capable of great swordsmanship and willpower, she, as Sickness' ultimate fighter, was dispatched to Earth to assassinate Felar. But she falls in love with Felar, and they find themselves fallen into an endless cycle of love and hate. Still, she confidently carries on despite her emotional pain. She uses a sword and a bow, and her main stat is strength. And the second to that is power, and third would be dexterity. Katara. If you're my life's destiny, I can love you with ease. As the daughter of a shaman, Katara is able to look into the future. It is this that led her to realize that her fate was tied to Felar, and the eventual meeting when she was able to help him when he needed it most. But she also realizes that they must part, and the subsequent emotional turmoil leads her into trouble. A blood transfusion from Felar not only saves her, but also gives her the unique ability to harness his strength at a will. So she has spirit. So I'm assuming she's a healer, since she can wield a sword, a gun, and a wand. And we got our last one, Levita. A beautiful and proud rose with thorns. The pain from being pricked remains, hated and hateful. Once a lady in waiting at Sickness' older palace, her dreams of gaining rank and status were shattered when Sadat spurned her love, choosing instead of his duty to protect Felar. Turning instead to Destino, she is a cold-hearted, strikingly beautiful woman, fervent in gaining what she wants through whatever it takes. Strength based on weapon for dexterity. She uses a bow and a wand. Now, I get to decide which one I want to play. What do I want to play? Do I want to play a spear guy? Do I want to play the main character of the manga? Or the manhwa? Or do I want to play like a support-ish character? I guess I'm gonna start with him. Jerix. Color cells. Shiver. Okay. Made that character. And I think we just hit game start. I really didn't expect it to look like this. Okay. I'll be helping you to get started in Redmoon. The aim of the game is to be more modern, but keeping the nostalgic alive. We will start with some basics. You can return to this section later on to start over. To look back what I said, open the history window at the bottom of your screen. I guess that reminds me of like UL, where you have like your like game window, and you can stretch it as much as you can, and then you have your inventory on the side, and I guess your character window as well. Kind of reminds me of that. Okay, so now I know I have a basic attack. It's a little hard to see. Oh, did I die? Oh no. Okay, we're here in what appears to be the game's main world. Let's I'll fight this one at a time. Did I level? Can't choose those yet. Level 150, level 80, so I don't get any of these skills until level 80, or is that the start of these? But I can level my, like, skills, I'm assuming? Ranged, ultimate. I'll level up my basic attack. I don't know if I'm lagging or I'm just having difficulties. Macho. Oh, that's a boss. Ooh. Uh-oh. This isn't the doctor's office. Please heal me. Good luck on your journey. I forget I have like active skills, but they have such a long cooldown. And you can increase the range of the spear, so you don't have to be super close to your monster, which is pretty nice. Just barf when they die. The hooligans it is. Find it really funny. Did you match their name? I guess I'm just gonna level my stat that increases my weight. But it definitely is a lot of grinding. It's gonna be a lot of grinding. I'm not gonna be able to do the rest of the grinding. But I do admire the graphics of this game. It does not look bad, in my opinion. It takes a while if you're like not used to this, like the graphics of this era. It just reminds me of the old like RPGs that you'd play on the PC. But I would probably give this game, like, if I had to rate it on a scale to 1 to 5, I'd probably put it around like I'd probably put it like around between like 3.5 and 4. I didn't mind the combat. It took a while to figure out how to fight. So, but the game guide doesn't really tell you how to do that. You just have to like figure it out yourself by looking at the skills. There's not really much hand-holding in a lot of these older games. They really expect you to like find out for yourself, like figure it out. And the grinding doesn't really bother me. I think it would bother a lot of people because people don't like grinding in MMOs. You don't have to kill so much things, just get the quest done. But yeah, I think I gave Redmoon a good try. And I could see why a lot of people liked this game in the past. And just like I said in the video, I did have a good time, but unfortunately, I didn't have enough gameplay in this video. But if in the future, if I do re-record this, I will likely have some more of this gameplay. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of MMO Journeys. I hope to have another MMO's journey coming up in the near future. I will see you guys in the next one.